Hey, Nick Tyree here from Guided Fitness. Another series of thoughts on the run. And tonight's night run I went on, nice 12 miler. I was thinking about, what separates those that are successful towards reaching their goals. Not necessarily just fitness, but just overall, what separates those that are successful towards reaching their goals from those that don't. You'll hear, a group of people all say, let's say a similar goal, say, hey, I want to do this one amazing thing, but yet, very few will actually ever convert on that. And so what separates those that are successful from those that aren't? And so sticking within the fitness realm, this is a very popular thing. Most that are overweight up to this point in time will not reach their goal. So, and one thing I've noticed that has separated those that have succeeded from those that haven't, and I noticed this in my own case too, was that it's embracing failure. Now, before I jump into that, there are multiple factors that go into being successful. This is one that really stood out to me and is, I think, true in almost every successful case. So embracing failure, and especially in today's society, we are so wrapped up in not failing and being these perfect beings. The social media perfectionists that are trying to carve out these perfect lives on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and so we're ingrained with this idea that if we fail at something, that we're complete failures, and that we should just completely give up, and that's not true. And I want to still on you tonight is the idea of embracing failure. Look at it as a new challenge. Look at it as your buddy and best friend. Outside of the fitness realm, if you see those that truly embrace, get the light out there, truly embrace failure, especially in the entrepreneurial world, you see, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, you'll hear Mark Zuckerberg. They have these amazing stories and they're carved out to these amazing things. But very rarely is it brought up of how many times they failed, how many times they landed on their face, how many times they probably felt like they wanted to give up and quit. And the same thing applies to fitness and your own journey in fitness. In my own journey, there were multiple times where I just wanted to just quit. Figuring out between school and jobs and everything going on, there were times where I wouldn't run until midnight, and I didn't really want to run. My body was tired. I was not in the right mental space, and I didn't want to do it. But I made a decision that I was going to embrace my fear at that point in time, but also too the times that I did miss out on workouts. I didn't look at those as complete failures, saying, oh my goodness, I should just completely quit at what I'm doing. I acknowledged, hey, I failed. I didn't do what I was supposed to do, and I learned from that failure, right? So that's the big thing, is when you embrace fear or embrace failure, you learn from it. So, if you miss a workout, what happened? What went wrong? Why did you miss that workout? If you had a cheat meal or a bad meal, what caused you, or what were the reasons that led to that poor decision, right? Sometimes you don't have a good reason, and that's perfectly fine. What you need to do is then, from that point on, set some structure to yourself, set some goal or some sort of thought process the next time you're in that situation, how you're going to approach that. So my previous employer, those I worked with when I was in my last position before starting Guided Fitness, a big thing that we used when in difficult situations is if-then statements. This is one of many tools you can use to help you get through tough situations. So what I challenge you to do heading forward is embracing failure. If you mess up something, chalk it up. Hey, man, that's sometimes they hurt, they burn, but embrace it. Say, hey, I'm gonna do better next time. I'm gonna find a way to get past it. I'm gonna learn how to take this experience and learn how to improve myself out of it, and not to just quit, not to think, oh, I'm not good enough, or it's never going to happen. Because you'll be surprised that if you keep consistent, you keep chugging along, you learn from your failures, you accept that failures are going to happen, and you let them kind of let the failure come to you and learn from it, that then eventually you'll end up doing all these amazing things. And so anyways, thoughts on the run tonight is a little introspective, but think about it in your own circumstances. Are you embracing failure? Are you overly critical of yourself? If you are, tell you to relax, but seriously, take a seat back, take a look at yourself, and think about, hey, am I giving myself too hard of a time? And if I am having these these bumps come up in the road, how can I learn from these opportunities? How can I grow? How can I improve from these scenarios? So anyways, embrace your failures. This is Nick Tyree from Guided Fitness. Thoughts on the run, and look to hear from you guys' comments soon. Thanks.